According to the Young and the Restless spoilers preview video, for the week of March 31st to April 4th, Lauren Fenmore Baldwin makes an unexpected request, and Sally Spectra will think of a cunning plan to get rid of Phyllis Summers. Lily Winters will first pressure Damian Kane to tell the truth. Lily will corner Damian alone for questioning, once he returns from Chicago with Amy Lewis and Nate Hastings. In the weekly teaser video, Lily exclaims, "I want to know what the hell you and your boss Aristotle Dumas are really up to." Chloe Mitchell will hear Sally's grievances about Phyllis and provide some dangerous counsel as Lily questions Damian. Even though Sally isn't as cunning as she once was, she still uses her old strategy. Sally will be urged by Chloe to learn from it and remove Phyllis from Billy Abbott's sphere of influence permanently. Naturally, given that Billy views Phyllis as a friend, Sally could be worried about causing issues and going behind his back. Furthermore, Phyllis had just gone through an absolute nightmare as a result of all that happened to her while she was in captivity. Chloe might contend that her relationship is at risk, but Sally might think it's a bad idea to pursue Phyllis at this time. Chloe might anticipate that she will ultimately lose Billy to Phyllis if Sally does nothing but watch. According to further rumors for Young and the Restless, Lauren will call a private meeting with Nikki Newman. Lauren will confess that she asked to visit Nikki because of Victor Newman once they are at the Jazz Lounge together. In the weekly promo video for YNR, Lauren urges, "Nikki, I need you to betray your husband." Lauren will likely worry about Michael Baldwin going too far and doing Victor's dirty job. Lauren might press Nikki to help her gather information, or even halt the process, since she thinks Michael is overstepping his bounds. Will Nikki give in to Lauren's request and betray Victor? Will Nikki choose to remain faithful to Victor and deal with things in a different manner? Tracy's risky plan is rejected by Jack, and Sally alerts Billy. Friday, March 28, 2025. Adam and Chelsea invite the Newmans to a family gathering. Jack entices Alan to return to Genoa City, and Phyllis and Sally inquire about Billy's intentions on today's episode of The Young and the Restless. Phyllis is unhappy in the park because Billy rearranged the deck chairs on the Titanic. She was gone less than a week, and she nearly perished. Why is he harming himself once more? He is taking a chance on a millionaire, who has assured him that all of his fantasies will come true. Billy claims that Dumas contacted him about the possibility of Chancellor's return. Why is he even on his radar, she asks. Billy claims that he sees a commercial possibility here. When Phyllis asks, a chance? Or a mark? She notes that he risks losing his credibility. He persuaded everyone that he had changed and had finally realized his mistake. Billy claims that the light simply became brighter and larger. Phyllis is unwilling to participate in this. Instead of going on a kamikaze mission to show Victor that he is a serious contender, she wanted to create something with him. Billy, I truly had faith in you this time. Phyllis and Billy quarrel about Dumas. Billy believes that Phyllis is misinterpreting this. It's not retaliation, rather, it's a smart business decision. He is not believed by Phyllis. Billy wants her on board but won't beg her, telling her it doesn't matter. This is going to happen. Phyllis inquires as to what Dumas gave him that was so excellent that Abbott Communications is now but a footnote. Was Chancellor hanging in front of him? Billy, are you really so susceptible to manipulation? Are you so susceptible to manipulation by authority? Billy laments that while she is whining, it is difficult to feel enthusiastic about this. This is a wise business move. Phyllis gives a headshake. Billy believes that she has somewhat lost her nerve. Perhaps being on the verge of death taught Phyllis that life is too short to harbor resentment. Billy acknowledges that power plays a role, and that Victor and Jill would be convinced if Chancellor were repurchased. But this arrangement is much more than that. Phyllis is unable to notice it. Billy contends that if Abbott Communications were a part of Chancellor, it would be the first in line. For Aristotle Dumas, it is achievable. Phyllis asks why he is speaking to Billy, or working so hard to retrieve Chancellor from Victor and give it to him. How about he keeps it for himself? Billy claims he can't give her his reasons, but he has them. In the strictest confidence, Dumas told her. He requests that she keep this to herself, because he hasn't told Sally or Jack. Phyllis is shocked that he is still pursuing her. When the time is appropriate, Billy will let her know. Phyllis informs him that she recently experienced manipulation, and now he is requesting that she bow to the whims of a wealthy. Billy is unable to tell her at this time. Phyllis lets out a sigh. She was ecstatic since this firm kept her calm while she was incarcerated. After everything they had gone through, there was a path out for her and her son. Billy claims that the road is simply better and larger. She contends that they are now only warning indicators. Why does she continue to believe in him and trust him? Chelsea and Adam exchange news. Victoria and Nick welcome their parents to the property. Why did Adam want them to meet there? Victoria asks. Nobody knows. Nick is questioned by Victoria about Sharon. She's glad to be back with their family, he says. Victor inquires as to if they know who did it. Chance is on it, according to Nick. But even the most intelligent person may make mistakes. When Adam and Chelsea enter, he declares that they are happy to be a family once more, and that they are back together. Victor is elated. Victoria believes that Connor is already aware. He does, they say. After congratulating them, Nick and Victoria head out for champagne. When the bubbly is poured, Victor says, "We shall toast the happy couple." He then raises a glass to their love and luck. Adam thanks everyone for attending. He is aware that there have been difficult times in their relationship over the years, but it means a lot to them that they can all be present to celebrate. Being a member of a family is pleasant. He expresses gratitude to his father for seeing their compatibility. Chelsea feels the same way. It brings Victor great joy to see them reunite as a couple. What time is the wedding? Chelsea and Adamu. Following that, Chelsea is seated in the sunroom with Victoria and Nikki, who express their happiness for her. Adam appears to be really happy, according to Nikki. She is aware that sharing the news with Victor was very important to him. He surprised Chelsea by popping the champagne. They make fun of him for bringing up a wedding. According to Chelsea, there won't be one. Yet, Victoria jokes and they all chuckle. When it comes to Adam, Nikki suggests that Chelsea approach this with an open mind. Victoria concurs. Chelsea values their candor. She acknowledges that she struggled to ask herself if she could believe this. Ultimately, she needed to have faith in her intuition and her emotions. Adam likes to rock every boat he's been in, Victoria says. Chelsea believes he can change. He has been an excellent team member at Newman Media. Nikki admits to that. Chelsea begs her to let him know that he desires the respect of his family. He has transformed, and is now committed to being a good son, father, and partner. Nikki hopes she's correct when she says, "I feel that." Victor tries to persuade Nick and Christian to settle onto the ranch in the living room. Adam questions whether he and Sharon will return to living together. Nick disputes that the idea ever occurred to him. Adam isn't convinced. He believes that they will eventually reunite and be able to live together as a single contented family. Although Nick claims that he and Sharon will always be in touch, this does not imply that they will live happily ever after. Victor advises Adam against pressing this. Adam reminds him that he encouraged him to reconcile with Chelsea. When he gives his approval, a situation happens. Nick advises his brother to keep being thankful for Chelsea and to keep his life and himself out of it. Adam raises a glass to Chelsea and his family as the women reunite. To the Newmans cheers. Tracy and Jack meet Chance. "So Chance, what do you think?" Jack asks Chance at Crimson Lights. Chance acknowledges that there is something wrong and that the texts are strange, but he claims that what he and Tracy just told him won't establish that Alan or Martin are to blame for the kidnapping. The police officer is informed by Tracy that Alan is in Paris planning a surprise for her and anticipates her joining him. Tracy contends that if she doesn't show up, Jack will become suspicious, but Jack insists that's not happening. Chance asks her if she believes she has any chance of getting him to return there. Tracy fears that would be a warning sign. Chance believes that this individual would practically embrace the search and has no fear of being apprehended. Why, Jack asks. Arrogance, perhaps, says Chance. In fact, he sent Billy a link. The fact that they were discovered was no coincidence. It sounds to Jack like they were making fun of him. Chance concurs. They don't think in terms of terror. Tracy argues that it must be her. But Jack doesn't want her around Alan or Martin. She must determine whether this is the fault of the man she is so eager to marry. Jack asks her to listen to his better suggestion. Jack advises him to invite Alan home. That seems odd to Tracy. Jack counters that he would explain that the Abbott residence is a customary venue for weddings. Chance and Tracy believe it could work. Jack chooses to give Alan a call right now. He calls Alan to let him know how delighted they are, and how much it would mean to have the wedding in Genoa City. Jack disconnects saying, "I'll see you soon, Alan." According to him, he appeared regular, and claimed to only be concerned with what makes Tracy happy. They conjecture as to whether or not their assumptions about him are incorrect. He seems like the kindest guy in the world, Jack informs Chance. Tracy informs Chance that until he saw the texts on his phone, there were no indications. If Alan is Martin, it was all a front. He appeared like the ideal man. They decide that if he gets on the plane, they will find out when he gets off. Jack claims that they will have to finally discover who he is. "You can leave that to me," says Tracy. Tracy tells Jack that she wants the truth, even if it means dying, after Chance leaves. That's what worries him, according to Jack. She is aware that neither the police nor this man will be able to tell the truth the way she can. This must be completed. She is positioning herself as bait for a man who may be a deadly psychopath, Jack laments. He will not permit it. He can't defend her, Tracy tells him. She is aware that he is concerned, but this is her life. She must complete this in her own way. What happens if she is mistaken about Alan? What if her intuition is wrong? At this moment, Jack believes that's a really slim chance. Tracy sobs that she must find out before they blame him, even if there is only a remote possibility. She wants to keep him around. It is imperative that Tracy see into his heart and eyes. Jack notes that if it's Martin, she will be staring into the eyes of a man who tortured Sharon and Phyllis, and drove their sister insane. Are you prepared to confront that individual? I am, says Tracy nodding. Debrief. At the ranch, Nikki informs Victor that she hopes Adam and Chelsea do well, primarily for Connor's benefit. Although she had witnessed the toxic nature of their connection, Adam did appear to desire to be a true member of the family. No matter how badly Victor wants it to happen, no number of toasts can conceal their past. Nick and Victoria discuss Adam and Chelsea's predicament at Crimson Lights. If this is what they want, Nick acknowledges that he's delighted for them. I like Chelsea, Victoria thinks. However, Nick is aware that it would take some time. Victoria believes that he has somewhat changed his foolish brother jokes. Nick claims that he is less erratic when he is content. To that they raise a toast. Adam thinks that went quite nicely at the old ranch house. Chelsea believes that everyone, with the exception of Victor, worked very hard to be amiable. Adam is confident they will change their mind. She finds it amazing that Victor is their staunchest ally. Adam gives her a kiss, and remarks that life has a mysterious way of working. Billy is warned by Sally. Sally asks Billy how his day has gone when he gets home. He pours her a drink, and gives her a kiss. Billy acknowledges his frustration after speaking with Phyllis. He claims she lost it when Dumas' name was mentioned. Sally queries why he only called to offer his congratulations. According to Billy, she believes it will alter the company plan. Sally queries why phoning Dumas would alter the company, saying, "I had to talk her down." "It won't," he replies, which is why he had to calm her down. Sally warns him that no secrets should be kept. What is it that has more to do with this? Billy admits that he received a sizable and alluring business proposal from Dumas. Why would that concern Phyllis? Sally asks. Billy is unsure. What is this business proposal, Billy? Sally asks. Billy tells Sally that until everything is confirmed, he cannot give her the specifics. This seems suspicious to Sally, who wonders why there is so much mystery. Billy feels as though he and Phyllis are having the same discussion. Dumas is not trusted by Sally. Billy is capable of taking care of himself, and he believes she would have faith in his competence. Why does Dumas conceal his identity? Sally asks. Billy shrugs and says, I'm not sure. It's difficult to dispute his performance history. It's just what he does. Sally informs him that anyone who makes such a great effort to conceal their identity is typically concealing much more. Phyllis looks up Aristotle Dumas online at the club and thinks, there is nothing. Why doesn't this guy have any photos? She murmurs, it's really strange. Assist me. Jack informs Tracy at Crimson Lights that their sister was almost taken from them by this man. If he allows him to do that to her, he will be doomed. Then help me, she says. Give up attempting to stop me, and assist me in discovering Alan's true identity. Adam Newman might say 4 startling things that would leave Chelsea Lawson speechless, according to spoilers and updates for The Young and the Restless. As Chelsea and Adam set out on their quest to reignite their romance, let's examine the possible outcomes.